Hello, aspirants. Welcome to our UGC NET English Preparation Series. अगर आप UGC NET English, JRF, SET, Assistant Professor Exams, MA Entrance या PhD Entrance की preparation कर रहे हैं, then this series is perfect for you. यहाँ आपको मिलेगा most expected MCQs, PYQs, literary theories, British literature, linguistics, cultural studies and rapid revision tricks. और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट बात, हर क्वेश्चन के साथ डिटेल्ड एक्सप्लेनेशन भी होगी ताकि कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्रिस्टल क्लियर हो जाएं. So let's begin today's MCQ session. The first question is, who coined the term objective correlative? Options are I.A. Richard, option B. Cleve Brooks, option C. T.S. Eliot, and option D is Roland Barthes. So dear students, write your answers in the comments below. Yes, the correct answer is T.S. Eliot. And you know, T.S. Eliot introduced the term objective correlative in his essay Hamlet and His Problems. You all must be knowing. So according to Eliot, emotions should not be expressed directly in literature. कि हम emotions को directly literature में नहीं express कर सकते. Instead, the writer should create situations. Writers को situations create करनी होगी. Objects, events that automatically evoke emotions in readers, जिससे automatically readers के emotions evoke हो जाए. If I just explain this in simple language, if in आसान भाषा, if I tell you, तो writers directly emotions नहीं बताता. वो ऐसी situations, ऐसे scenes create करता है जिससे reader खुद इमोशनल फील करे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग शी वॉज सैड, द राइटर may describe rain falling outside an empty room. So I hope this concept is clear to everyone, which was given by T.S. Eliot, that objective correlative. It tells the emotion should not be expressed directly in literature. Instead, the writer should create situations, objects, events that automatically evoke emotions in readers. I hope this is clear to everyone. The second question is, death of the author is associated with Michel Foucault, option B. Roland Barthes, C. Derrida, D. Lacan. Yes, students, write your answers in the comment below. The correct answer is Roland Barthes. Roland Barthes wrote the famous essay, The Death of the Author. He believed that meaning does not depend only on author. उन्होंने हमेशा ये कहा कि जो भी मीनिंग है वो हमेशा ऑथर पे ही डिपेंड नहीं करता. रीडर्स ऑल्सो कैन क्रिएट मीनिंग. टेक्स्ट का मीनिंग सिर्फ ऑथर डिसाइड नहीं करता, रीडर्स की इंटरप्रिटेशन भी इम्पॉर्टेंट होती है. This idea became important in post-structuralism. So I hope जो Roland Barthes का जो idea था, it is clear to everyone. In his essay, The Death of Author, he believed that meaning does not depend only on author. Readers can also create meaning. So I hope this question is clear to everyone. The next question is, who wrote The Rape of the Lock? The options are John Dryden, option B is Alexander Pope, option C is Samuel Johnson, and option D is Jonathan Swift. I'm giving you time for writing the answer in the comment below. So dear students, the correct answer is option B, Alexander Pope. And you must be knowing The Rape of the Lock is a famous mock epic by Alexander Pope. A mock epic uses the style of a grand epic but talks about a small or humorous incident. If I say this in simple language, अगर आसान वे में अगर हम समझे तो epic style plus funny or small topic equals to mock epic. The poem is based on a real incident where a lady's lock of hair was cut. I hope this question is clear to everyone. So the option B is correct, Alexander Pope. The next question is, which literary movement emphasized spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. The options are modernism, option B is classicism, option C is romanticism, and option D is symbolism. I'm giving you time to write the answer in the comment below. So dear students, the correct answer is romanticism. This definition was given by, you all must be knowing, by William Wordsworth in the preface to Lyrical Ballad. Romantic poets focused on emotions, imagination, nature, personal experience. हिंदी में समझें तो रोमांटिसिज्म इमोशंस और इमेजिनेशन को इम्पोर्टेंस देता है, लॉजिक को नहीं। तो रोमांटिसिज्म में हमेशा इंपॉर्टेंस किसको मिली है? इमोशंस और इमेजिनेशन को। वर्ड्सवर्थ हमेशा बिलीव करते थे कि पोइट्री कम्स फ्रॉम द डीप ह्यूमन इमोशंस। वर्ड्सवर्थ ऑलवेज बिलीव दैट पोइट्री कम्स फ्रॉम द डीप इमोशंस, डीप ह्यूमन इमोशंस। तो वो हमेशा इमेजिनेशन, इमोशन को इंपॉर्टेंस देते थे और लॉजिक को इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देते थे। आई होप दिस क्वेश्चन इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन that spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings is associated with romanticism. The next question is, difference is a concept associated with, option A is Freud, option B is Derrida, option C is Althusser, and option D is Saussure. The correct answer is Derrida. Difference is the key idea in Jacques Derrida's deconstruction theory. It means meaning is never fixed. Words get meaning through differences from other words. अगर आसान भाषा में समझें तो लैंग्वेज का मीनिंग स्टेबल नहीं होता। हर वर्ड का मीनिंग दूसरे वर्ड पर डिपेंड करता है। So meaning keeps changing and shifting. I hope this answer is correct and difference is associated with Derrida. The option B is correct. The sixth question is, who is known as the father of English poetry? I'm sure this all must be knowing. The options are Shakespeare, option B is Milton, option C is Chaucer, and option D is Spenser. So I want everyone to answer in the comment below. Yes, the correct answer is Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer is called the father of English poetry because he popularized Middle English. He made English a respected literary language. His famous work, The Canterbury Tales, you all must be knowing. So Chaucer belongs to the medieval period. So I hope this answer is clear to everyone that the father of English poetry is Geoffrey Chaucer. So the seventh question is, Waiting for Godot belongs to option A, Comedy of Manners, option B, Epic Theatres, option C, Theatre of the Absurd, and option D is Sentimental Comedy. Yes, I want answers in the comments below. The correct answer is Theatre of the Absurd. Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot is a famous absurd play, and the features of absurd theatre are meaningless waiting, confusion, repetition, dialogues, and no proper conclusion. अगर मैं हिंदी में समझाऊं तो absurd theatre human life की meaninglessness और confusion को दिखाता है. I hope this word and this question is clear to everyone that theatre of absurd is the correct answer, and it means there is no meaning. There is always a confusion in that theatre, so it is called as absurd theatre of life. The next question is, that is the question number 8. The stream of consciousness technique is mainly associated with which fiction? The options are, option A is Victorian fiction, option B is modern fiction, option C is Gothic fiction, and option D is Restoration fiction. I hope this answer must be known by everyone, so I want the answers in the comment below. Yes, the answer is option B, modern fiction. This technique presents inner thoughts, feelings, mental flow of characters. Major writers are Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, and William Faulkner. एंड अगर आसान भाषा में हम समझे तो कैरेक्टर्स के माइंड में जो थॉट्स कॉन्टिन्यूसली चल रही होती है उन्हें डायरेक्टली प्रेजेंट किया जा सकता है या प्रेजेंट किया जाता है. So I hope this question is clear to everyone that the stream of consciousness is associated with modern fiction, and which means like inner thoughts, feelings, mental flow of characters are there. Now the next question is, who wrote Orientalism? Options are Homi Bhabha, option B Edward Said, option C Gayatri Spivak, and option D is Frantz Fanon. The correct answer is Edward Said. Orientalism is a major work in post-colonial studies. Edward Said argued that Western countries represented Eastern countries as backward. This helped justify colonial rule. So अगर सरल भाषा में समझें तो वेस्ट ने हमेशा ईस्ट को इंफीरियर दिखाया ताकि colonialism को justify कर सके. So I hope this question is clear to everyone. Last but not the least, then we'll have the rapid fire round. The last question is, fancy and imagination were differentiated by which of these poets? The first option is Coleridge. The second option is Keats. The third option is Shelley, and the fourth option is Arnold. So write the answer in the comment below. The correct answer is S.T. Coleridge. In Biographia, you must be knowing Biographia Literaria, Coleridge explained that fancy is mechanical combination of ideas and imagination is creative and transformative power. In simple words, आसान भाषा में समझें तो fancy copies ideas, imagination creates something new. I hope that fancy and imagination concepts are clear, and these both concepts were given by S.T. Coleridge. I hope this question is clear to everyone. Now let's have the rapid fire round. The question is, who is the author of Paradise Lost? Yes, the correct answer is John Milton. It is an epic poem about Adam and Eve, Falls of a Man, Saturn's Rebellion. Milton is also called as the blind poet. The next question is, The Waste Land was published in the year. Yes, the correct answer is 1922. Written by T.S. Eliot in 1922, it is known as the golden year of modernism. I hope this is clear to everyone. The next question is father of deconstruction. We have already done this question before. The father of deconstruction is Jacques Derrida. He challenged the idea of fixed meaning in language. Deconstruction questions certainty in text. The next question is, who wrote A Room of One's Own? It has been written by Virginia Woolf, a famous feminist essay. The main idea of that essay is women need financial independence, freedom, personal space for creativity. The next question is, which critic wrote Practical Criticism? The answer is I.A. Richards. He introduced close reading techniques in literary criticism, so students analyze text without knowing the author's name. So dear aspirants, how many questions did you answer correctly? Comment your score out of 15 in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, then like, share and subscribe for daily UGC NET English MCQs, PYQs, literary theory, British literature, linguistics, cultural studies and rapid revision series. See you in the next episode.